Alright guys, this is skill 11.10, using a hydraulic lift. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to use a hydraulic lift from a lying to a sitting position, and then I'm also going to try to show you how to use the standing lift as well. We're just going to show you how to put it around somebody and how that lifts them up. We're not going to really get into the nitty-gritties about it. I just want to show you how it operates, okay? Now I'm going to walk around and right at the beginning here and show you all the equipment that I'm talking about, and then we'll get into the actual skill itself. So let's go ahead and walk over there, and we'll take a look at the hydraulic lift. Okay, here we go. Ooh, don't get dizzy now. Okay, all right, whoops, let's go this way. This is the lift system, okay? These are the connections that we use to connect the pads on here. The pads, each facility uses something different, but they are like this. And if you look, there are color coding to the tabs itself. There's a blue, a green, and a purple, and then of course the black. What you want to remember when you're putting the pad on is that when you are connecting both ends of the bottom, okay, the bottom of the pad, or both ends of the top of the pad, you use the same color for both sides, okay? Now you don't have to use the same color for both ends, but you need to use the same color for both sides. So if you're using, at the top, you're using black on the left, you're going to use black on the right as well, okay? All right, so that's a major thing. Now they get connected, those colors get connected here at the top, okay? All right. And then this is the arm that helps you raise the client or the patient up, okay? This right here, this pole here, is the hydraulic pole, okay? It moves, it expands and decompresses as the lift moves up and down. This is the battery system for it. That's an emergency shut off. Okay, you have an issue, you push the button, emergency shuts off. Okay, this lift system has a control like this, just a remote. The arm, the up goes up. See, the arm moves up. Okay, and there's a down button, and the arm moves down. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, you'll notice that there are two arms on the bottom of the lift, and back here is a black lever. And this black lever, if you move it, okay, it expands those legs out, okay? So watch the legs as I move the lever. Oops, I should have it locked. See how the legs move in, okay? Just by moving that lever in the back. There's locks on all of the wheels. See those locks? Okay, that's in an up position, so that means that those wheels move. There's no locks on the bottom because they need to be able to expand and contract, right? Like when we pull that lever. So all the locking mechanisms are on the back wheels, okay? And what you do is you simply push down and it locks, okay? So that's what it looks like when it's locked. How do you unlock it? Well, you push right here, push. And there you go. Now it's unlocked. Okay? So that is the lift system. Okay? And that's what we're going to use to transfer the patient. We're going to use the hydraulic lift to transfer the patient from the bed to this chair over here. Okay? Now, as I move this back over here to make it a stationary camera again so that we can do this, I want to tell you that whenever you're using a lift system, any type of a lift, it's always two people, okay? Never, ever, 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 ever one person. That is a New York State law, and I don't care where you are not to use the lift system anywhere without two people. That's any lift, any, okay? I can't repeat that enough. Always two people. That is for safety precautions. Many times people have tried to lift patients with a lift system and the lift system has fallen over, or the patient has become so uncontrollable in the lift system that it causes pain or causes harm to the patient or to the healthcare provider. So always two people, one to control the lift, one to be with the patient at all times. Okay? All right, so now we're going to learn how to do a hydraulic lift. As I get this camera ready, I'm going to move it back just a little bit to see if we can get the whole thing in there. Well, no, let's leave it right there for right now. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to gather your equipment and supplies. So what are your equipment and supplies? Well, obviously you need the hydraulic lift, right? And then you also need the lift pad itself, okay? Every facility has a different lift system. You may have some that are already built into the ceilings, okay? And then you have your standalone lifts like we're using right at this moment. You will get training when you get to your facilities about how each of their equipment work, okay? But we're just trying to show you a general, okay? So you gather your equipment and supplies and you perform wipe saw. And then you're going to prepare the equipment. You're going to lock the wheels of the client's bed and you're going to raise the bed to appropriate position. So where is a proper position? Well, for me, it's waist, right? That's right. We always want it waist high. So we're going to bring this bed up to waist high. And this one doesn't want to work now. So we're going to have somebody lift up the bed over there to waist high, okay? And then we're going to get the appropriate number of personnel to perform a lift. How many was that again? That's right, two people. Or 3 or 4 if it was, you know, somebody that required that much. But for this, we're going to use 2. We're going to position the lift so that it was close to the client. We have it close to the client, but we still need to be able to work, okay? So I don't want it over the client right at this moment, but we need to be able to get on that side of the bed. So it's close, right? It's not in the other room, right? Okay. We're going to place the chair that was to receive the client beside the bed and lock the wheels of the chair. We have a gray chair. There's no wheels on it, so we're good. And it's beside the bed. I already showed you that. So now we're going to position the client on the sling. So how do we do that? Well, what you want to do is you want to roll the client, and in your directions it says to roll the client away from self. I probably should change that, and I probably will before I post it. What you want to do is you just want to roll the client. It doesn't matter right or left. One's going to be on one side, one's going to be on the other, and you're going to roll to get the patient on that pad. Okay. So for the purposes of this test, for this video, we're going to take the blankets off of so you can see what we're doing. Okay. Sorry, you don't get the blankets. Darn. All right. So if your patient is able to, you would want to put the head down because it'd be easier to roll them, okay? So you put it down as far as you can, okay? And what we're going to do is you're going to make sure that you get the bottom of your pad at the bottom or the top of the pad at the top, okay? Each pad, like I said, each facility is different. You'll find out which one, okay? Here it's the black tabs in the back are on the bottom, okay? You're gonna, as she's already done, she's laid it out beside the patient, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll the patient towards me. Okay, here we go, roll right up. And we're gonna put that pad underneath them, just like we were making a bed, okay? Okay, so we got that pad positioned, and these things right here, okay? She had it nice and tucked in there, but I untucked it, darn it. You want to make sure that those are tucked in and away from the patient. You don't want that against the patient's skin, okay? Because those can be harsh. Those can scratch delicate skin. So we don't want that to happen. So we want to make sure that those ends are tucked right underneath there, okay? All right, so now we're going to roll the patient right over. There's a little roll in the middle. It's okay. You're not going to fall. Always reassure the patient, because sometimes they will feel that that little bump of linen in the middle of the bed is the edge of the bed and they're going to fall. So just comfort them, okay? All right, so now we roll them back onto the behind. We're going to make sure that the pad is adjusted appropriately. The top should be at shoulder width, okay? All right, so now we're going to move the lift underneath the bed, while she does that, I'm going to make sure that this lift arm does not hit the patient. Is it not going to go? Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so we're going to make sure that this doesn't hit the patient, right? Okay. Now we're going to lock the wheels. Okay, and now we're going to move the arms out. The black lever. Because we want a wide base. Move it that way. There you go, okay? We want a wide base. Why do we want a wide base? Wide base gives us more support, okay? If you narrow those legs, it gives you less of a support for the patient when you have them up in the air, okay? We've got this way away from the patient. Sometimes it takes some finagling with the bed to get them correctly. So let's try unlocking. And it might be just this bed is not going to allow us to go under it. Of course not. And you're going to find this, okay? I'm going to pause it for a minute. I'm going to pause this for just a moment. Okay. All right, we're back. All right, so now we've got the colors up at the top and the colors at the bottom, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to determine what color are we going to use. And this is trial and error, people, okay? You're not going to say, okay, he's, you know, this much and we're going to try this. Literally, just connect it. If it looks like it's going to work, good, all right? So go ahead. One of you controls the arm. Go ahead and try to put, let's try purple. I think purple might actually do. Can you get it? There we go. All right, now let's try this. Is purple going to make it? Okay. All right, so then we've got them in there, okay? Now we're going to do the same for the feet. We're going to go black. Okay? As you can see, he's starting to get cocooned, right? You see that? Okay. So now what we're going to do is one of us is going to control this right here. Now we're going to, when we lift, hold on just a moment. Okay. So now as you can see, we've got him positioned, and you see he's got his arms crossed here, right? And that's okay. He can grab a hold of here as well if that makes him feel, you know, more comfortable. Not so much, because you don't want this right here, because we want to be able to control this, okay? And he could really jam this and make it off-centered and kabammy, now we're on the floor. Don't want that to happen, okay? So really don't want him touching the machine itself. Touching the pad is good. Giving himself a hug is good, okay? So what we're going to do is one person's going to control the machine, and one person is going to be with the patient at all times. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and move. What we're going to do is move it up. We're going to move this arm up so that the patient raises up off the bed, okay? So go ahead and move him up. Okay, and as that's going, I'm just going to make sure that he's raising properly. I'm going to play. And so his behind is up off the bed. You can stop. See how his behind is up off the bed now? Okay? So now we're safe to move him. Now I'm going to pause the camera for a moment, and I'm going to move the camera to the other side so you can see what we're doing, okay? Okay, so as you can see, like I said, his behind is up off the bed, yes? That means that I can grab a hold and be able to help position him. So as you can see, I'm right up, right where he is, okay? If you look, watch your feet, there's black tabs here at the bottom, okay, that can help us move the patient as well, okay? And as you can see, we literally can move him right around, whee, like this, just like a swing, okay? All right, so we want to be careful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to release the brakes on the lift, okay? And we're going to pull back with the lift because we need to get the legs out from under the bed. Back. Okay. And now we're going to come this way. There we go. All right. So now we're going to move towards the chair. I got to reposition the camera here, people. I'm going to pause for just a moment. So now, as you can see, here's his behind, right? Here's the chair, okay? What's going to happen is somebody is going to be behind the chair, and they're going to be guiding the back of him. You can't really see me. Hold on. Oh, so I'm back here. Hello, how you doing? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to guide him. And how do I guide him? I grab a hold of this pad, okay, just right here. Grab that pad, and I'm going to pull. With my other hand, if it wasn't holding the camera, I would be holding down here on these little gray pads back here, okay, helping to guide him in, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to guide him into the chair. When I got him close, then you're going to lock the wheels of the lift. Okay, and now you're going to lower him, start lowering him into the chair. As you say, I stay behind him in the chair, right? Is he in there? Okay, make sure that we're not, stop. We're going to see what can happen is this is actually almost hitting his head. The top of this is close to his head. See, you got to be very careful when we're doing that, okay? So we got him into the chair, and what we're going to do now is we're going to release the pegs if we can. Hold on. This is not the kind of lift I'm used to, I'm sorry. Bring it down. We'll just make sure it doesn't hit him in the head. Go ahead. There we go. You hanging out? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're going to release the pads. One person with the pad, one person with the lift at all times, right? Okay. And now we've got that done. Okay, we can unlock the machine now. And I am holding this machine. See, I'm holding this arm away from him. And she's backing the machine out from away from us. Okay, so if you look, she's backing the machine, okay? And then she takes that machine and puts it in the corner after she puts the legs back in. Okay, and then she'll put them away. Now, what do? I have a patient on a pad in the chair, okay? What can happen is we can actually leave, I can leave this pad behind him, okay? I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. You could leave this pad behind him in the chair, okay? And so what I do is I just pull the pad back and go ahead and lean right against that pad, okay? Because, oh, we got the patient in the chair. Oh, it's upside down. That's not good. So we got the patient in the chair with the pad, right? Well, we're going to have to be able to get him out of the chair and back into bed. And we're going to have to use the pad. So you might as well just leave it there, okay? So you could leave the pad in there. And again, just like positioning in a chair, you'd make sure that they're comfortable. And they needed anything, call light. And then you would chart, okay? Now I'm going to pause. I'm going to show you how to use the stand lift. Okay, hi guys. This is the stand lift, okay? Just like the other lift, there's a pad system to it, okay? This one has a nice padded lift to it. And what you do is this actually goes around the patient towards their back. And then there's a connection. There is a connection right here that you use to snap it into place around the patient, okay? All right? And then there are color-coded tabs just like on the other one, that you're going to use on the lift itself, okay? All right, so we're going to position the